Mm-hmm.
We're live, my lover.
Okay. Awesome.
Let's wait for some. Let's wait for some folks to get in the room.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a plan.
Man, that granny square. Wow.
I can't wait to see how fast they guess this one, love.
Don't give them too much, babe. Don't give them too much. We gotta wait for the clues. We gotta wait for some folks coming in the room.
Yes.
In fact, let me type something up real quick.
Build that
I'll let
suspense.
you know. Yeah, there you go. So you can try out some colors.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to, let's see the difference in these greens here. Okay, that's kind of a turquoise. Let's see what this one. Oh, that's just like a lighter shade of that one. Okay. Nice. This one's probably more like green. Greenish blue. I think that's the real definition of turquoise. Greenish blue. I love that color.
It's, okay, if you can hear us, please put something in the chat if you can hear us.
Hey chat, let us know.
Let us know. We're going to start a game in about, we can start now. Let me see here. Let me refresh just to make sure.
All right.
I'm saying that we got 14 people watching.
Oh, that's pink. Okay.
All right, let's over to you, love.
All right. Welcome to Darlene's Creative Corner. Today we're going to play 2 games. Guess this NFL team inspired granny square. Then we'll go into the idea, sketch, and stitch behind Miss Pinky. She's watching us. Over to you, love, for the game rules.
Okay, for the game rules. All right, if you can hear us out there, please let us know. All right, for the game rules. So this is what we're going to do. There are 3 simple rules. The first rule is we're going to give you clues. These clues are going to get harder. They're going to get harder. And you have to guess the granny square. Put in the chat what you think this NFL team is going to, what this granny square is going to turn into. Which team? Now, the clues, Darlene's going to give you clues. My wife's going to give you clues. The clues are not going to be easy. And if you can guess them, put them in the chat, please. Let me see. And the winner, bragging rights, yes. And I tell you how we came up with this. While my wife is coming up with different colors and all that good stuff. Well, we were watching watching football, and she was crocheting, and I was like, you know something? What if you made a granny square of this certain team? She's still working on that. Well, she's almost finished that granny square, so I'm not gonna put it out there because it's gonna be a surprise. She's working on that one, but it's gonna be special. So she started working on that, and I said, okay, all right. What if you worked on this team? And then she started another granny square, NFL team inspired. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay. Well, if you're doing that, what if you combine these two teams and put them on a granny square? So that's how the game came about. So that's the rules. We give you clues. You put them in the chat. You know what team you think this granny square is going to turn into. And I'll tell you this. What happens is we design this granny square in real time, and then we put it together. We make it into a granny square, and then at a later date we show it. We show it live and say, "Hey, y'all came up with this. We made it to a granny square, and this is what it came out to be." All right, babe. Over to you. Clue number 1. Clue. All right, here we go.
Okay. Thank you.
Gangsters in the house.
Oh, hey, gangsta.
Can you hear us, gangster? We about to play this game. We know you're good at it. So, you know, give him a chance now. Give him a chance.
Yes.
But these the clues are gonna be hard. This is gonna be a hard clue. This is not easy. All right, babe. Clues, over to you.
All right. Thank you, love. So, number 1. One of the greatest defenders once set a franchise record with 0 touchdowns until he suddenly scored multiple in a single season. So one of this team's greatest defenders once set a franchise record with 0 touchdowns until he suddenly scored multiple in a single season.
Oh, that's a good one.
Man. All right, we told you these were going to get harder. This team's first coach won his biggest title while coaching players who weren't even old enough to drive.
Ooh.
Can you believe that? That one got me.
Any guesses out there?
All right.
Let's go back to clue 1, babe.
Okay, it was kind of long. So one of this team's greatest defender, once set a franchise record with no touchdowns, 0. Then he suddenly scored multiple in a single season. Yes.
That's a hard one.
Okay. And then, of course, this coach won his biggest title when he was coaching players who weren't even old enough to drive. This team also once had a running back who led the league in rushing, even though he didn't finish first in college.
Ooh, let's do that one again. That was a good one.
This team once had a running back who led the league in rushing, even though he didn't finish first in college.
Okay. All right.
This team was also the only team in their division whose logo points east, but never moves or runs. So all the other teams in this division's logo points west. That's interesting. Okay. So the only one in the division whose logo points east but never moves or runs. Okay. They once hosted the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history, but wasn't playing in the game. That's
So they
interesting.
once hosted the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
but wasn't playing in the game.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
But wasn't playing in the game.
Hmm.
I told you these clues were gonna be hard. They're gonna be hard. So again, the rules are as follows. We're gonna give out clues, and as Darlene sketches out her granny square, it's the NFL inspired team granny square. We give out clues, and then you guess. You put it in the chat. You guess which team you think it is before she finishes her sketch. And we'll give you bragging rights. You got it. Now these clues are not going to be easy. So this is the first game. We're going to do this again. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this team once drafted a running back, okay, who became the franchise's yard king. Ooh. Became the franchise's yard king. This running back they drafted. Despite his arrival as an undrafted nobody.
Well, wait a minute.
Yes, love.
So this team drafted a running back who became the franchise's yard king. So I mean, this running back was just running all over people and running, doing great stuff.
Yes.
Despite arriving as an undrafted?
Nobody. Undrafted nobody. Yes.
So undrafted, but became this franchise's, wow.
Yes.
Pretty much best running back.
Like ever.
Okay.
I mean, to get the title of yard king.
Yeah, I mean, you're the best franchise running back. Any guesses out there, chat? I told you. We were going to make this hard, and they're going to get, the clues are going to get harder. But I tell you what, if you're looking at how Darlene is coming about with this granny square, it could give you clues.
Yes.
And don't just look at the color scheme, because that's going to throw you off. Because remember, this is a granny square. So when Darlene comes up with her granny squares, it could be different colors, different scheme. And then all of a sudden, bam, that's the team. The team is you would definitely know. And don't forget, please subscribe, like, and comment. Please subscribe, like, and comment.
Yes.
All right, babe. What was the other clue? Because they still not getting it. We might have to go to clue one.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go. Now, this team drafted a quarterback in the top 10 whose best highlight came while wearing a different jersey. This team drafted a quarterback in the top 10 whose best highlight came while wearing a different jersey.
So this team, this franchise, drafted a quarterback in the top 10. So top 10, drafted in top 10, whose best highlight came while wearing a different jersey?
Yes, absolutely.
Best highlight came wearing a different jersey, but they drafted him. Drafted his quarterback.
I'm almost surprised the other team let him go. Seems like.
Wow.
But, okay. This team's first coach had a Super Bowl ring at another level, yet none as a professional head coach.
Oh, come on now. These clues too hard for y'all. Come on now. Let's throw something in there. Let's throw.
Yeah.
Gangsta got one.
Oh, let's see. Oh, we love some Roger Staubach, don't we? Man.
Well, we're gonna have to go back to question one.
Let's see.
Clue one.
Okay.
And remember, we're guessing the NFL team, but yeah, that's a good one. So we're gonna go back. Let's go to clue one.
Okay.
So I'll tackle this one, babe. While you're doing that. So the rules again, we give out clues, and then in the chat, you all, you let us know which team that Darlene is making a granny square out of. And again, whatever is sketched, because this whole segment is about idea to what we're doing. We're doing the idea.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna sketch it.
And then you sketch it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you stitch it.
Yes.
So meaning that this is gonna turn into a granny square real soon.
Yes.
And then we're gonna display that granny square. So it's a game, but it's also her creative way of coming up with different granny squares.
Yes.
All right.
And
so,
oh, I'm sorry, Liv.
Mm-hmm.
And a fun way to introduce them.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
All right. So this franchise, one of their greatest defender, once set a franchise record with 0 touchdowns. I'm gonna say it again. This franchise here, one of their greatest defenders, once set a franchise record with 0 touchdowns until he suddenly scored multiple in a single season.
Man, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Great. This franchise's greatest defender, one set a franchise record with 0 touchdowns.
I know, it's like you become the greatest and you didn't have. Oh, but then
He was a defender, but you can always run it back, right? As a defender.
that's right.
Okay, until he suddenly scored multiple in a single season. Okay, let's go on to clue 2. So remember, if you guess this team, then put it in the chat. All right.
Yes.
This franchise's first coach won his biggest title while coaching players who were not old enough to drive. I'm gonna say it again. This franchise here, their first coach won his biggest title while coaching players who were not old enough to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you're new to this live, then welcome. Please comment, please like, and please subscribe.
Yes.
Please. That's what we do in this live here, which is the idea. You know, how do we come up with the idea? You know, these different crochet, where Darlene's different idea of crocheting. You know, it's like we're gonna talk about Miss Pinky sitting up there. Miss Pinky and how she came up with that, and then we go into the sketch, because Darlene likes to sketch out everything before she crochets it, and then the stitch, and then that's a whole nother process. So that's what this segment is about. But we like to have fun with it.
Yes.
So, all right, let's get on to the next clue.
Can y'all hear us out there?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
We're good. All right. This franchise once had a running back who led the league in rushing, even though he didn't finish first in college. Wow. So I'm going to read that clue again. This franchise once had a running back who led the league in rushing, even though he didn't finish first in college. Man, so he was pretty much wasn't that good in college, but then came to this franchise and put up numbers. That's what I take away from that.
Yes.
That's a good clue. All right. The next clue, again, if you have if you think you know what this granny square is going to turn into, all right, we're going to give it to y'all. Let me put it in there.
Wow, did we make those too hard? Come on.
I think we did. So
we had people guessing earlier, and we thought that, man, we must be making these clues like super easy. So we did go a little bit harder.
We did. All right, babe. You can go on and let them know.
All right.
Unless we got any last minute guess.
See if you can guess it before. And this team had, what do they call it in the NFL when the score hasn't ever been reached before in the 106-year history, I think it is, of the NFL? A scoregami. This team had a scoregami this past weekend.
They did. They absolutely did.
And they pretty much did it in the last 31 seconds.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna give y'all this one. The second one, it's the questions, the clues are gonna be about the same. They're not gonna be easy.
So maybe we need to come up with a kind of an in-between for the next live coming up. And I hope that y'all will hit that notification bell so you can be notified of our next live, which comes up on Thursday, the 13th. Y'all hit that bell.
Yes.
And we'll kind of, what do you think about going kind of in between, babe? On the... On the hints.
On the hints?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Because I think that your creative style here, it helps people see, because the clues is just added bonus. But the sketch is where you really, really figure out what the granny square is going to be, So...
This is true.
So we will. So this team, this granny square, this NFL inspired granny square, is the Houston Texans.
Yes.
Good old Houston.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna continue this game, but we're gonna go on and clean this one up because, like I said, what Darlene likes to do is, come up with an idea, and then that idea goes into sketch, and that's what we're doing now. Sketch it out, and we make sure the lines are clean and all that good stuff, and then it goes to stitch. It turns into a granny square. So what you see now is, we'll make a surprise, but we turn them into granny squares.
Yes.
And then showcase them later on. That is great, babe.
Thank you. Well, I hope y'all like it. We didn't have any guesses, but I hope you like it.
Well, we had some guesses.
Oh,
here.
that's true. Gangster threw in some.
Yeah, we had some guesses, but it was more the coaches
and the player.
We're looking for teams, but but anytime we throw a clue out there, and if you come up with who the actual individual is, that's even more points. That's even more points there.
Yes.
All right, babe. So we are moving on to game two. And again, let me throw the rules out. One. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you clues. So we're going to give you clues. And the second thing is Darlene's going to sketch out this granny square. And then you just put in the chat the clues of what team you think that this granny square is going to turn into. And then after that, we give you bragging rights. So whoever comes up with it first. That's it. It's a fun game. It's a fun game of coming up with different granny square, different granny squares. And then after that, we will talk about how we came up with Miss Pinky there. She's being highlighted. That leggy frog. How the idea came up. The sketch. We'll sketch it out to show you that, and then we'll go into the stitch. And that segment of it, Darlene will probably be doing most of the talk because she is the crocheter. She knows what she's doing. I mess around and mess up the talk. But yeah, all right. We're going into game two of this NFL Granny Square game. It's an NFL inspired Granny Square. Okay, so clues. Clue number one.
Yes, okay. Let's see. There we go. Not a perfect circle, but... Okay, this team won their first championship before the NFL even merged. But the last parade was over 3 decades ago. Ooh. So they won their first before the NFL emerged, and it's been 3 decades. Whoa. Okay. I can only think what some of you are thinking. Can only imagine. This team's had a legend that made the Pro Bowl as a position that rarely appears in a highlight reel. And it isn't even offensive or defensive.
Okay. All right. Let me take All righty. So
not even offensive or defensive.
So I'm gonna go back to clue number one, babe, because that one was a hard one. Yeah, but it sets the tone, right? It sets the tone. So this franchise, they won their first championship before the NFL even merged. But their last parade was over 3 decades ago. Wow.
I know.
So that's a lot there. That's a lot there. So they're saying that they won their first championship before the NFL merged, and then their last parade, meaning they haven't won anything for over 3 decades.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking from it.
That's what I'm taking from it too, love.
Any guesses out there, chat? Because that's a hard one. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
thank you.
We are gonna go on to clue 2 because that's a hard one. Oh, that is a good one.
All right.
So, they had a rival. So, yes, you got that one, baby. That's a good one.
Okay. They once had a rivalry so fierce that Congress attempted to mediate it. Wow. And the fans still argue about it today. Let's see if that colors.
Let's get
yeah.
it again.
So, they had a rivalry so fierce that Congress attempted to mediate it. Attempted, and the fans still argue about it today. Wow. That's crazy pants. All right. That's a big one. Okay, so the next one is their proudest rushing achievement came from a man who never reached 700 regular season yards in a year. Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. That was a good one.
Yeah, let me read that one again.
Yes.
My proudest rushing achievement, the team's proudest rushing achievement, came from a man who never reached 700 regular season yards in a year.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That's a good one.
That's deep.
That's deep. Any guesses?
That is deep. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is a deep one. All right, babe. I got the next one. Man,
Okay.
that is a hard one. All right. Okay. All right. This is another clue. My most famous victory happened under freezing rain.
Oh.
A backup quarterback. Oh, and a record-breaking running performance. So my most famous victory happened under freezing rain. We had a backup quarterback and a record-breaking running performance.
Okay. Wow. They had to keep running to keep warm, probably.
Yes.
Not going to hypothermia.
Man.
Woo!
Yes, again.
Not your girl.
Oh my goodness. Again, please subscribe, like, and comment.
Yes.
What we're doing here, we're playing a game. The rules are posted, but I will go over them again. The rules are this. These are the rules. We'll give you clues. And then with those clues, Darlene's going to sketch out the actual a granny square. It's an NFL team. You come up with the NFL team and put it in the chat. And then whoever gets the team before she finished sketching it out, you get bragging rights. We put your name down there and we say, hey, you're the winner. So yeah, those are some clues. So we're going to start with some clues here. Don't forget, please subscribe, like, and comment. Okay, so another clue. Let me see here. This franchise has had 3 Super Bowl winning coaches, but only one who wore thick glasses and a gold coat.
Oh.
It really says gold jacket, but yeah. So I'm going to say it again. This franchise has had 3 Super Bowl winning coaches. 3 Super Bowl winning coaches, but only one who wore thick glasses and a gold coat. Come on now. Any guesses? Leave them in the chat. That's a good one. That's a hard question.
Yeah. Y'all got this.
Franchise. 3 Super Bowl winning coaches, but only one. Man, that is a difficult one.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting, especially when you're talking about a gold coat. Huh.
Yeah.
Probably a Hall of Famer.
That's quite possible. Does that make y'all think of something? Give you any other clues or ideas? Maybe?
All right. Okay. Another clue.
Okay.
For this franchise, One of my greatest players made history, not on offense or defense, but as a kicker.
Wow.
Let me give it to him again. So this is the clue here. Let's see if you can guess which NFL team, this applies to. One of my this franchise's greatest players made history, not on offense or defense, but as a kicker. Oh man, that's a hard one.
Wow.
But as a kicker,
That's pretty cool. I mean, for
Yeah.
him,
yeah.
I'm not so sure if that's good for the team since kickers aren't out there a lot of the time,
Right.
generally.
You probably
Hey,
kicked
who knows?
some field goals so they can win the game. What is that? Game-winning field goal. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, and I wonder.
And they probably couldn't score, so they relied on placement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keeping the other team deep, and then also they probably relied on the kicker to score. 3 points here, 3 points there, something like that.
Yeah, I bet that's what it was.
I
Love.
bet that's what it was.
And I wonder if he had like a record long,
Yeah.
field goal also.
At the end,
Man.
to win it. That's what I'm thinking.
That's pretty cool.
All right, next clue. Include a quarterback who started
Next.
the season third.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's that one.
The most dramatic Super Bowl run involved a quarterback who started the season third. Let me say that again. The most dramatic Super Bowl run involved a quarterback who started the season third on the depth charts.
Wow.
That's interesting. First the kicker and then now a third string.
So, the dramatic Super Bowl run included a quarterback who started the season third on the list. So it's so okay.
Yes.
That's a good one. Any guesses out there?
Third.
Start out third. Okay. All right.
Alrighty. So the next one is this franchise's first player to enter the Hall of Fame wasn't a quarterback. He wasn't a runner, and he wasn't even a tackler. Wow. That's pretty interesting.
That's a good one.
Their first player to enter the Hall of Fame wasn't a quarterback, a runner, or even a tackler? Huh. Okay. Any ideas yet? Let us know, chat. Or are we schooling you on some things maybe you didn't know either?
It's almost like the football, opening up the old football books and coming up with some history that a lot of people don't know. Okay. So the franchise's first player, that's the one you just read off, babe?
Yes.
The franchise's first player to enter the Hall of Fame wasn't a quarterback, wasn't a runner, and wasn't a tackler. This franchise, wow. Okay. That's a good one. Okay.
So then we have we're back to the rivalry.
Back to the rivalry.
Their fiercest rivalry is defined by geography, but the two cities are farther apart than London and Berlin.
Whoa.
I wonder if this is the one that Congress had to attempted to mediate.
Wait a minute now.
Yes.
Wait
sir.
a minute now. So We gotta read that one again, man, because that's a good one. What was that clue again?
Their fiercest
Uh-huh.
rivalry is
Okay.
defined by geography,
Okay. Okay.
but the two cities
Mm-hmm.
are farther apart
Okay.
than London and Berlin.
So they're farther apart than London and Berlin.
Yes.
Wow.
I know,
Any
right?
clues out there, chat?
Ooh, I really like this color. This one is perfect. Come on, chat.
All right.
We
So
know.
we're gonna go. We're gonna go back to the top here. We're gonna continue with these clues. All right. This first franchise won their first championship before the NFL even merged. But their last parade was over 3 decades ago.
That's amazing.
Over 3 decades ago. Wow. That's okay. Won their first championship before the NFL even merged. But
Man.
their last parade was over 3 decades ago.
And I can only imagine what team that y'all are thinking. And if you've watched the other chats, then you know that team that I think you're probably thinking happens to be my favorite team. So if you haven't seen those chats, please go back and watch them. We had lots of fun. We had some great guesses. And in the process, I got to come up with the idea and sketch and design to stitch some cool granny squares that, man, I cannot wait to bring into fruition.
Right.
All right, so we go back to the rivalry again. If you remember, so we talked about the fiercest rivalry is defined by geography, but the two cities are farther apart than London and Berlin, which could also be the rivalry that Congress attempted to mediate and that fans still argue about. That is, man, almost surprising. There's some pretty fierce rivalries in the NFL, that's for sure.
There's a lot of them. Again, please.
They really are.
Please comment, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, this segment here is we start out with a game just to get the energy up. Granny Square, NFL, and it's going to switch up. It's not just going to be NFL. It's going to be basketball. It's going to be pretty much anything. Anything we can turn Granny Squares into, which is everything.
Yes.
We come up with the idea. Well, Darlene comes up with the idea. We work together as a team.
Yes.
The idea, and then she sketches them out, and then she stitches them. So I help out with the idea. She is the crocheter, so I know a little bit about it, and I will eventually crochet on with my wife online.
Yeah.
I get to see that. But we play this game first, and then we go into the plushie, or something else that we right now is plushies because she's she made some plushies, some nice ones. You're gonna see those, but we like to tell the idea behind it of why. There's always a why.
Yes.
Show you the sketch of, the idea, and then the stitch. Talk about the stitch, the different colors, the yarn, and what it took, how long. A lot of stuff that people don't talk about. Mods, all that good stuff. So, yes. All right, let's continue with the questions.
Okay, so thank you, babe, for that little insight there.
Let me see. Let me pick a question. Oh, this franchise's most famous victory happened under freezing rain, a backup quarterback, and a record-breaking running performance. A record-breaking running performance. Huh.
Oh, you know what? That brings me to that one. It makes me wonder about that this came under a backup quarterback. So I wonder if it was that third string.
That maybe stepped up because third string, yeah, maybe. So, most famous victory happened under freezing rain. So if you're a backup, then hey, it's cold out there. Go do something.
Man,
You're a backup quarterback and a record-breaking running performance. So the running back probably was like, "Hey, I want to stay in the game, cold or not." You know.
yes.
You know, I want to. This is my chance. This is my chance.
Yes.
So, that's probably what that is. All right. So another clue. Again, if you're new to this chat here, we started out with granny squares, turning NFL teams into granny squares, and we just play a game. The first thing is we give you a clue. You put it in the you put down what team you think it's gonna be before Darlene finishes her sketch, and then we give you bragging rights.
Yes.
And then after that, after we play the game, and then we talk about Miss Pinky there, and how we came up with the frog here, leggy frog, and that's when the wife takes over and talks about her idea. How the idea came up and the sketch. We're gonna sketch it out to show you, and then we're gonna do the talk about the stitch piece. All right.
If you know, this team has also had several name changes in the course of their franchise history. Several name changes.
Several.
Well,
Well, I'm gonna still give out clues while you're cleaning it up.
yes.
All right, and if we get some more clues, that's all right. If not, then hey, we're gonna continue on. This is fun. All right, the franchise's first player entered the Hall of Fame. So this franchise's first player to enter the Hall of Fame wasn't a quarterback, wasn't a runner, and wasn't a tackler. So I'm thinking it probably was the kicker.
Right?
It probably
Had to be, right?
had to be. Because isn't it the one where they were talking about the kicker?
Yes.
Where's that at?
They were also talking about.
Is that the one? Or that was the other one they were talking about, the kicker?
No, I think it was. Let's see.
Because this one is saying that the franchise's first player to enter the Hall of Fame wasn't a quarterback, wasn't a runner, and wasn't a tackler.
But also one of their greatest players made history
Not on offense
as a kicker.
or defense, but as a kicker.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Got to be the same kicker.
There we go. There we go. We solved it.
We narrowed that down for you guys.
We narrowed it down.
Any guesses?
Man, this is gonna be a good granny square.
Thank you, babe.
When you start, sketch this one out. This is gonna be nice.
I made a mistake, but you know what? Mistakes are what bring about progress. It's not perfection, it's progress. That's my motto, because actually that's our motto as a team, that progress over perfection.
And it's a granny square, so you probably gonna, when you start putting it together, you're gonna change up the colors and make it as small and as big as you want. So it's all good. That's why you sketch them out. It's kind of one of those where let me sketch it out, take a look at it, and then get to work.
Yes, and sometimes the final granny square for said NFL team may not look exactly like the one I sketched out, because maybe by then, by the time I get to doing it, depending on what yarn I decide to use or the stitch I decide to use, it may change the design a little bit, but in the end you will get to see them. So you will be able to tell, and then we can compare them too. That might be kind of fun. Compare the granny square we drew together, sketched out together here and guessed, to what we can, what the final one looks like.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Gonna spell it out for you guys.
Yep. Again, please remember to comment. Oh, well,
Yes,
we can
I'm
start
sorry.
with the like.
I'm
I
sorry,
like
babe.
that too. Let's start with that. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Sorry
I
about
like that.
babe.
So, yeah, that looks good.
Thank you, love.
Look at that. Yeah, that
Dress
looks.
it up a little bit.
Yes, yes, yes. To clean the lines up, that looks good.
Let us know in the chat if you guessed this, but you, for some reason, maybe you just didn't want to throw it out there on the chat for everybody to see. Did you guess this team, the Washington Commanders? And now some of the clues will make sense to you, because you'll know, like, they've had several changes. Now you can probably throw back to the first championship before NFL merged, but over 3 decades ago was their last parade. All those will probably start to kind of come together now for you. So let's get on to Pinky. Let me move this out of the way. And we're going to talk about Miss Pinky here. If you notice, she's a leggy frog. This chenille just sheds like crazy. We'll take her hat off for a second so you can see her beautiful eyelashes, long eyelashes, and her beautiful green eyes. So if you notice, there's a few things different about Miss Piggy than Mr. Beanie Brown. I think the first thing I would notice is she's smaller. And I wanted her to be a little bit more dainty because she is a girl. So it was around Halloween time. So that's why the witch's hat came into play there. So that was her little costume to go out trick-or-treating. And if you haven't seen that video about the treats, you should go back and look at it. So I started with, leggy frog. I wanted it to be a leggy frog. I wanted her to be dainty, so she was going to have longer legs, skinnier. So I just kind of sketched out her long arms. Also, the hat, as I said, it was like Halloween time, so I wanted her to have a little Halloween outfit to go trick-or-treating in with as well. So we came up with just a little witch's hat.
Yes, babe. Let's just
So-
make sure we don't put it over our eyes so they can see the eye.
Yes, I'll put it right here. There we go.
That way I can barely see it.
And I wanted her to have bright green eyes. So let's just do it in, let me see what, I think this is going to be more, yeah. Let's see. I wanted her to have some, bright green eyes. We'll see if this one works. Oh, that's about the same color. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe we'll try this one here. This will probably work. There we go. So some bright green eyes to be different. And then let me see. This will work. Just to do her pupils here. And being a girl, wanted her to have the eyelashes. So I made those. And then also wanted her belly to be a lighter green as well, just to kind of show the softness of her, because Miss Pinky is just a super sweet little lady, so she just needs the softness there. And of course, as you noticed, we had to add some blush. She had to have some blush there on her cheeks. And the little touch of her nails. So gave her some pink nail polish there. Wanted her to really stand out as the mama. There we go. And kind of wanted her to have, I thought about making a big hat, but like an oversized witch's hat that kind of came down more, but I didn't want to really hide her eyes too much. And also thought it should be dainty because she's dainty. There we go. Okay. So we have Miss Pinky here. Miss Pinky Frog. So her hat, like I said, I just wanted it to be kind of dainty to go with her dainty self. Clean this up a little bit, make this better for you guys so you can really see. How I made her. And if you go back, she's in the star of video also. If you want to go back and check that out and look at her. And if you were here for the last live, I was talking about how long it'd been that I wanted to make the leggy frogs. Like everybody, I just saw them everywhere and just really wanted to get into them. So on her, I wanted her to be different also. I wanted her to stand out a little bit in her, the texture of her. So I used the chenille yarn, and it took a little bit of time, but a beginner can make this pattern. I did modify it a little bit. It was the pattern by Crochet by Corrine for Loop and Billy. I did, like I said, I did modify it a little bit. I added the nail polish and the blush and the eyelashes, and I just decided, like with the colors, like I said, I wanted her to be different in, I think, her colors, and I just think it gives it a different feel with the chenille yarn also. I used the, let's see, it was a 4mm hook I used for her. That way I could keep her dainty like I wanted her. So I used that 4mm hook, where I used the 6mm on Mr. Beanie Brown. And like I said, it's pretty beginner. Let me fix her up a little bit. There we go. Pretty beginner level. I did with her, I sewed on the arms and legs. I made them after I made her body. So there was a little bit of sewing. That was involved with her. Not too bad though. I like how I modified, how I did the Beanie Brown, how I did his, I sewed his on while, I mean not sewed, excuse me, I crocheted his and did not sew them on. I crocheted them in during the whole process of making him. But hers I did sew on. I just wanted to see which one I thought was better, and I could give you guys like a better idea too, if you've been thinking about making a leggy frog, or maybe you have made one but you've done it one way and you're thinking about trying the other way. Personally, I like making them, including them while I crochet and not having to sew them on. However, I really don't mind sewing things on. But maybe that's because I haven't had a project yet where I sew a bunch of pieces together. So I will keep you posted on that one. Sure, it'll come. But with Pinky, she was pretty easy. Like I said, I did do a few mods, made a couple of modifications on her, adding the blush and the eyelashes, the fingernail polish, toenail polish, added all that. Let me know what y'all think in the chat, if you would consider adding these modifications to your design as well. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And turn on your notification bells. Our next live is going to be on Thursday. We don't want you to miss it. We're going to be playing some more of the NFL Granny Square guessing game. And we're going to be discussing another plushie. What do you think, babe? Should we give them a sneak peek?
A quick sneak peek.
Okay, just a quick one, huh?
Because we might change up plushies.
Oh, this is true.
Because you have that other one that has not been revealed. Well.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we haven't. We don't want to reveal that one yet. So yes, let's go with Daphne.
Okay, so we're gonna give you a quick sneak peek on Daphne, so you know what to expect in the next live. However, you don't know what teams we're going to be doing, so if you want to brush up on your NFL trivia so you can get some virtual kudos.
And the clues are gonna stay difficult.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not gonna go easy. Cause last time we went easy on the clues, before we could even finish with the sketch, it was already
Facts.
done. Now that looks good, babe. That's what you're talking about. That's how you make it happen. That's how you bring it to life.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Let me know what y'all think about Miss Pinky here with her little pink fingernail polish. And if you're ready, hope you're watching because it's going to be quick.
No, you can show it. Yeah,
Okay. So, if you've watched our videos in the past, you've heard me talk about how much I love granny squares. And I guess maybe it's obvious because I'm going to do the NFL granny squares. And we're playing that game, so maybe that is obvious. But I do love me some granny squares. So with Daphne, I had to make her, when I was making her costume, and I wanted to do like a mouse ear beanie, I was like, how can I make them different? Oh, of course, granny squares. Any chance I get to make a granny square, I am going to take it.
Don't give them too much sauce.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to talk about it on Thursday.
There you go. All right. Until Thursday, Daphne. And that is Miss Pinky. Please subscribe, comment, and like. And join us for our next live. Like I said, that's going to be on Thursday this week. And we hope you'll join us. Join in on the game. Hope you've enjoyed watching Miss Pinky come to life in all her pink glory. Guess you can figure out why we called her Miss Pinky, huh? But anyways, like I said, please join us for our next live, which is going to be on Thursday. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss it. We can't wait to see you. Subscribe, comment, and like, please. And we will see you soon. Thank you all for joining us on this chat. See you soon.
See you soon. Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Yes.